Adam, how would you like to turn into an idiot?
I'm not sure I follow.
For our new sponsor, Village Idiot Pub, the 5K.
Oh, yeah. Village Idiot Pub in historic Cocoa Village is holding an event for the Children's Hunger Project called The Village Has Lost Its Idiot Again.
The run is a 5K held right in front of Village Idiot Pub on Harrison Street in Cocoa.
It's an event to raise money and awareness for the Children's Hunger Project. While you can run, you don't have to. You can walk, skip, or drink your way to the end.
So bust out those costumes, bedazzlers, and sequins and get creative, as there will be awards for the best dressed fool or idiot. The theme is Masquerade Ball.
Also, you've heard them on Living Podcariously do a performance, as well as guesting on the Twisted 10. Our friends of the podcasts, Hot Pink, will be performing for the Village Idiot at 7 p.m.
This 5K is not a timed event. It's a fun run. It's really about having fun and raising some money for the Children's Hunger Project.
Village Idiot Pub has over 30 beers on tap, including ciders as well as Hefeweizens, my favorite, hundreds of bottle choices, and a great selection of wine.
So get your friends together for the run, then enjoy the board games, puzzles, and giant Jenga inside, as well as Hot Pink's performance.
Jason and the rest of the staff are awesome and will take excellent care of you.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
You can catch the entire cast from Living Podcariously as well as the Twisted 10 there on April 1st for this run. I'm thinking we should set up mics and let our listeners and the people at Village Idiot add some commentary.
Ooh, that could be dangerous.
The Village Idiot Run will be on April 1st, directly in front of the Village Idiot Pub on Harrison Street in Cocoa, directly across from the big park.
Visit Village Idiot Pub on Facebook for full event details.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. All three engines up and burning. 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're listening to the Twisted 10, bringing you original and unique, host-created top 10 list, recorded live in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida, with hosts Tach Van Sickle and Adam Poston.
All right, and welcome to an all-new episode of the Twisted 10. I decided not to go with exciting today. I don't remember if I used that last time or what. But
last week was exciting.
Was it exciting? Okay, so this week, I am your host for the show.
Aw, yeah.
My name is Tach, and I do have a little bit of an audience here today with me, as always.
I'm Adam. I'm just a listener this week. Tach has got the helm.
And we also have, sitting over there in Lady Chase, as always.
I'm Andrea Joy.
And as always...
I'm Jay Alvarez, and I will be napping.
And we also have a special guest in studio with us today. He didn't come prepared with a list like we usually require.
He didn't even know we did the second show. Well, he knew it, but he hadn't heard it yet.
Just kidding. We have Jason Estes, right? Said that
Hi,
right?
that's right.
All right, cool,
Perfect.
Cool. And so you want to say a little bit about who you are and what you do and
Sure.
why you're here.
I own the Village Idiot Pub in Cocoa Village, craft beer bar, wine and cider. Delighted to be here.
It is
awesome.
a hell of a pub. I'm just saying. I have partaken in many libations in that facility, in that establishment.
I haven't been there yet, but I got a feeling that I'm going to be a lot soon. So.
Perhaps our very next episode that we're going to be recording for this show will
maybe
we'll be there next week. I'm just saying.
Does that mean I have to bring my pot roast over there?
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
Leave it in the crock pot and just plug it in right there next to us.
With the whole living room setup kind of thing going.
I like it.
To bring the kitchen too.
I'm not going to say, I'll say this. We can bring all the furniture. That setup isn't shit unless we have the rug.
That's a very good point.
I enjoy sliding this around all the time.
By the way, Village Idiot Pub is now an official sponsor for both of our shows, Living Podcariously and Twisted 10.
That's
so
awesome.
you'll be hearing some ads being played throughout the podcasts. However, it's not just about ads for us, and we're honored to have Jason joining us in here tonight, but also as one of our sponsors. So with his investment, obviously it's going to get us a venue to do events at, or to do gatherings at, or to do podcasts from. But perhaps it's also going to grow our audience and grow his patrons into a new podcast for them to listen to. So we've got a lot of stuff planned for 2017, and bringing Village Idiot Pub on board was one of the biggest steps that we've made. So that's really, really fun for us. And thank you very much. We're honored to have you as a sponsor.
We're very
Indeed.
excited to be part of it. So
Cool. All right, so if this is your first time listening to the Twisted 10, basically what we do is each person comes up, whoever the host is that week, comes up with an original, unique top 10 list on whatever it is that we decide, and then we all discuss it, break it down, tear it apart, put it back together again, and then we taste it, and I don't know what else.
And that was a lot of descriptions there.
And the fun thing is that whoever brings the list, the other people do not know what it is. So
Yeah, no clue. It's a mystery every week.
every week.
Now, if you are a listener and you would like to partake in hosting an episode of this, because there's no podcasts out there that actually give that keys to the car over to a stranger. But here, we'll do that. So if you want to host an episode, the entire hour is yours, and we will sit back and listen. However, we do request, if you want to do that, get a hold of one of us through Facebook as a proxy, so we can kind of help guide you in case you pick a topic we've already done. We don't want you to come in and spend a lot of time on your top 10 if we've already done the exact same thing. So, if you want to pick Andrea as your proxy, or me, or Tach, or Jay, or whatever, let us know and we can help guide you through it. So it'd still be a mystery for the rest of the guests.
Right, and you can hit us up at thetwisted10@gmail.com. So, with all that said, are we ready?
All right. I want to hear your list.
Okay, so we all like vacations, yeah?
sure.
I do.
We all love Disney, yeah?
I do.
It's the happiest place on earth, right?
It is.
My favorite part of Disney is the 4-hour walking tour of the parking lot.
Yeah. Or is it the deadliest place on earth? Dun, dun, dun.
It is.
Wait,
I mean,
Disney?
it is.
No, it's not the deadliest, but this week's list is the top 10 twisted Disney theme park deaths.
Ooh.
Yes.
Man, Holly did the twisted 10 on the celebrity deaths. You're going with man, you guys have a theme going on here. It's like devil horns in the old Tach household. What's...
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
No, so
Why'd you call 'em old?
my references this week, I got some of the stuff from therichest.com and orlandosentinel.com.
All right.
The power of Walt be with you.
And also with you, sir. All right, so we ready?
Absolutely.
Bring it.
Number 10.
Yes.
10.
And
That's the only real participation we get to do is after the host says a number, we get to make fun of his number. That's
You
it.
just repeat it however way
Yeah.
you
I
want.
don't know how it caught on, but it caught on somehow.
All right, number 10 is the Rock and Roller Coaster.
I love the rock.
I knew somebody had to have died on that thing. There's no
You
way.
have to stay in the roller coaster seat, though.
Yeah. In 2006, a boy from Kentucky was found unresponsive after the rock and roller ride came to an end. His father gave him CPR until the paramedics arrived on the scene. On the way to the hospital, the boy was pronounced dead. The rock and roller coaster ride was shut down so that the cause could be investigated. The next day, Disney decided to reopen the ride, since the inspectors determined the ride was functioning at normal standards. The boy passed away because he had a
Like
Congenital?
Congenital, yeah.
congenital heart defect.
He had two
which,
genitals?
Of course, was no fault of Disney. The Disney ride is available at Disney Hollywood Studios.
That's a killer
So-
ride, man.
Is that the Aerosmith?
Yeah,
that's
Aerosmith.
the
Yeah,
Aerosmith,
Aerosmith
right.
sends a lot of people into cardiac
It
arrest.
just starts going. You don't go up and then go down really fast. You just start going.
Yeah, I like that
that's
ride.
the one that just launches you
Yeah,
really
Yeah.
fast?
I hate that
Oh.
launch. The rest of the ride is cool. It's that
The launch is
launch
the
in the
best
beginning.
part.
No, because
Yeah.
I get that. Okay,
That was their
like,
answer to the Hulk.
I get the Hulk is the best because the Hulk is a gradual launch and it's nice. Not the rock and roller coaster. It's like a boom, you take off. It's like 0 to 60 in like 1 point something seconds or something like
Yeah.
that. It's ridiculous. And I get that fight or flight instinct that kicks in right there. And I'm just like, I don't like it. But the rest of the
You
ride
get
is
the
cool.
you get the flight or flight instinct.
Yes,
I can just picture Tax. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
yeah. And then once it gets going, I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh my god, how much fun would it be to put Tach in the slingshot over in Orlando with the camera
That would
on him?
never happen.
Yeah.
I wanna do
I'm with
it.
Tack on that one.
Never happen.
I would do it.
I'll do it.
You want to do it?
If
I wanna do
you
Would you
ever
do it?
if you ever see
I'll
me,
do it, but that's freaky.
if you ever see me on the slingshot, call the cops because somebody's got a gun to me.
They've got the 2-person one.
Yeah, I know. I want to go into one.
I wanted to do that forever.
Aw.
Can we
I
film
never
it?
had anyone
We'll
who
have
would
to
do
do
it.
it.
Can I go with you guys and film it? That'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We might not come back down though.
That place over in Orlando that does that is called Old Town.
Yeah, fun spot.
Old Town,
Fun spot at Old Town.
I don't know
They
if
have-
old anything needs to be on anything like that before you go on that ride.
They have a old timey picture area in there where they dress you up in full costume
I
in
love
like the
those things.
19 or the 1800s, like cowboy attire and flapper girl or what. Maybe I'm mixing eras here, but you know what I mean. It's the old West style outfits.
Yeah.
Many of those
That's cool.
pictures throughout
Do
the
you?
years.
I've
All
seen
right.
that from the road, but I've never actually been over there.
So number 9.
9.
Nine.
This one I called Oh No Pluto. Javier Cruz had a job dressing up as Pluto in 2004. He was getting ready for an appearance in Frontierland, a daily parade that takes place on the Disney grounds every afternoon. Cruz's foot got caught on the Beauty and the Beast float, and he tripped in front of the float. He couldn't get out of the way in time and was struck and killed. Workers had to lift the float off Javier's lifeless body with a forklift. OSHA fined the Disney park $6,500 for a serious violation of employee safety. Javier Cruz was a father of 2 and was 38 years old.
Okay.
That sucks.
Time out. How slow was that guy moving? Because I've been to many a Disney parade in my life, and those it's like that's like the steamroller rolling at you in Austin Powers.
No! Yeah.
Like it's not like it was driving 50 miles an hour down a freeway. It's literally moving at a walking pace.
I got you, but he died, so.
What did the parents say to their kids?
Disney
That's
Plus.
all. Why do you explain that?
They're never going to watch Beauty and the Beast again.
Which one? The kids watching it or his kids?
Both.
All of them.
Yeah,
It was
all the
Pluto
kids.
that died, right? So now I can say,
Yeah.
sorry.
Why didn't
Yeah.
Pluto just get up and walk away?
No, what you
Dog
say
got
is
hit by a car.
what you say is it's okay, sweetie. It wasn't. That's bad.
Pluto was sent to this old couple on a farm. That's horrible.
Or you just say it's okay. It wasn't Goofy. Is that too far? A little bit.
Number 8.
Ocho.
8.
Eight.
All right, the Indiana Jones stunt show. Disney World experienced negative press due to some very unfortunate incidents in 2009. Many of these incidents had to do with the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular attraction. In a 7-week period, 3 employees lost their lives. The tragic,
Wow.
the tragic incidents culminated in the death of, it's a very difficult name to say, I'm just going to say some guy, who was 38 years old. His last name was Varnabov. Was a performer in the stunt show. And while rehearsing a tumble, he injured his head. The show also had its share of malfunctions. One performer fell 30 feet when a restraining cable failed to work properly. Another performer fell 25 feet when a prop ladder collapsed without warning.
Oh man.
Yet another performer was pinned by a trap door that malfunctioned. OSHA cited Disney for failing to provide proper fall protection for employees.
Wow,
sucks.
I was there in 2009, saw that show.
Yeah, if that
Really?
if that
In
went down in
May.
2009, I remember seeing that show in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's got to be lack of maintenance because for that show to be going on that long in 2009 is when they had.
Well,
that
you know what the
going
problem was?
down.
In 2009, they started using a real boulder instead of the fake one.
Yes.
That's what
In
happened.
7 months, 3 people died.
7-week period.
7
weeks.
So,
Yeah, that's got that.
Jeez.
I put that all
That's-
on Disney. That is
yeah.
just lack of maintenance and upkeep. There's no way that
That's crazy.
there's no way that this show's been going on since the 90s, and in 2009 it just suddenly went bad.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
All right, number 7.
I tried thinking of some short round jokes.
Dr. Jones, Dr.
But I couldn't.
I had a lady, one of the hotels,
come up with anything.
the hotel I managed in New York came in. Her name was Dr. Rashida Jones, and I asked her. She was a professor at
Rashida Jones,
Yeah,
not the actress?
No.
Not Quincy Jones'
that was,
daughter?
That was the next thing that I asked her.
Okay.
Because the first thing when she came up, I was like, okay, it's a white lady also, which oddly enough,
Yeah.
and she's a professor at some New Hampshire university. I don't remember. But she came up and I saw, she's like, yeah, I'm here to check in Dr. Rashida Jones. And I was like, okay, I thought that you were, she's like, yeah, a lot of people think I'm her. No, I'm not. I'm like, okay, does anyone else run any Dr. Jones jokes? And she said yes. And as soon as they do, I call them short round for the rest of the semester. And they don't know until the end of it, but I also give them an extra credit point because I loved that movie. I was like,
Nice.
Dr. Jones, you are my favorite guest. You get $20 off the minibar.
All right, number 7. It's a Small World.
I knew that's what they do with the lost and found children. They just make them puppets.
What was that an episode of?
That would be a great Twilight Zone.
Oh, that was Family Guy.
Family Guy.
I think it was Family Guy.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a small world after
In 2010, you have to keep singing that through the whole
Oh,
time.
dear God. I will murder people.
A cleaning professional who had been subcontracted by Disney to maintain the It's a Small World ride was cleaning the boat when it was accidentally turned on. The 53-year-old man was dragged under the boat and suffered several serious injuries as a result. He was airlifted to the nearest hospital where he died. Even though the ride is not fast-paced, the weight of the boat and the tracks that it is positioned on in the water made it impossible for the man to escape safely. Unfortunately, this is not the only tragic death that occurred on this Disney ride.
Ouch.
That's the worst death ever.
Yeah, Andrea, we need you to stop now.
Andrea, you understand our listeners are going to kill us because you're singing that song.
I only sang the song one time.
Really?
That's enough.
You know what I'm going to do with her voice? I'm going to add in the post, I'm going to add some devil in the background behind her. It's a small world. Because that's what I think every time I hear that song.
I feel like that would be more of a non-denominational aspect of the ride.
I love that ride.
By the way, somewhere in this podcast, we have to say Disney World is not an official sponsor of the Twisted 10 podcast, so we don't get sued.
Right.
But I'm an official fan of Disney.
These are the views and opinions are those of the hosts and guests, and not
These
those
are not
of
views or
Disney
opinions.
or
These
their
are
sponsors.
published facts and people who actually died while working for the Hitler that is Walt Disney.
Yeah, no, I got it.
See, that's not a fact. As I was doing that one, I also read, too, that the people that worked the ride claim, quotations, that some of the dolls come to life at night when it's shut down.
Freaky.
Or they're in different
Dude,
positions when they come back the next morning.
Dude, my grandmother has a room full of dolls that she collects, and every time I sleep at her house, she sits
come
me
to
in that room.
life?
I do. I just
I've
hear
been
it.
in a room like that before.
I just hear Michael Jackson. Sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me. That's all I hear. And you tell me you work on a ride where all you have are lifeless little eyes staring at you.
Right.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
It's a small world.
Stop it.
All
Stop
right.
it now.
Number 6.
Says.
Six. Jay's like, Stace, get to it.
6, 6, 6, 6, 6,
Whoa.
6, 6.
6, 6,
Whoa, those are 6.
yeah.
Hang on now. What are we doing over here?
All right. Toontown.
Toontown Disney.
It's like Roger Rabbit.
In 2000, when Brandon Zucker was just 4 years old, he tumbled underneath one of the taxi cabs on the Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin ride. According to a Disney policy, a Disney employee had to be notified of the incident before the paramedics were called. The proper protocol was followed, but it took 10 minutes to get Brennan from underneath the car. The young boy suffered severe brain and nerve damage as a result of the accident. Disney changed their policy concerning alerting medical professionals in the event of an accident as a result of the incident. The corporation also claimed to have nothing to do with Zucker's injuries. Brendan Zucker never spoke or walked again after the accident and passed away in 2009 when he was 13.
Aw, poor guy.
kid.
Yeah.
That's rough. Why do I have a feeling that either one of two things is going to happen out of this? Either Disney is going to send us a cease and desist and we're going to get a lawyer to say, no, it's fine. Or Disney is going to send us a cease and desist and we're going to adhere to it, but we're going to get a lot of good PR out of it. Which one do you think is going to happen, Tach? It's one or the other.
Yeah, probably nothing.
So wait, are all of these at Disney World Orlando, or did some of these happen at like Disneyland?
Some of them are Disneyland.
None of them at Euro Disney, right? Because nobody goes there.
Yeah, nobody goes there.
Tach, you're good at drawing, aren't you? Like
I've
freehand?
been known to dabble. Some.
You should make me a Disney logo that's like dying, like melting away or something for the podcast cover for this one.
All right.
No, that will get you sued. Hold on. Yeah. That'll definitely get a cease
Copyright
and desist real
infringement.
fast.
What's
Yeah.
kind of sad about this one too, as I was looking up the story, there's actually pictures of, nothing gruesome or grotesque, but you can see pictures of him, and them trying to get him out and stuff like that. And it's kind of sad.
That's rough.
All right, so now after number 6, we always take a break.
All right.
And coming up, we're going to hear about the youngest boy on the list that was killed, and what happens when people don't properly research their vacation spot. before they go on vacation.
Before we go on break, are any of these a twist?
Ooh, I know.
No, I have no twist in this
No
one. I tried
twist.
to find something this week to make a twist, but no twists.
Jason, occasionally we'll have twists where one of the top 10 is fake and we have to figure out which one's fake or something like that.
Some sort of twist, but I couldn't think of anything this week. So,
All right.
we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we will hear about that young little boy.
You won't believe number
You won't
3.
believe number 3.
Village Idiot Pub. You locals know about it. You guys from out of town have to check them out.
Village Idiot Pub is now a proud sponsor with Living Podcariously and the Twisted 10 podcasts.
It's more than just about commercials, though. The cast here will be taking our show on the road to Village Idiot to record some episodes as well as hold events. They have over 30 beers on tap, including ciders and Hefeweizen, my favorite, as well as hundreds of bottle choices.
Adam, you forgot my favorite, all the delicious wine. So get your friends together and enjoy the board games, puzzles, and the giant Jenga.
Let the owner, Jason, as well as the rest of the staff there, take excellent care of your beer drinking needs.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
Tuesday is open mic, Wednesday is trivia, Thursday is karaoke, Friday and Saturday night are live music.
Visit them at 4 Harrison Street, Suite 103, Cocoa, Florida, or Village Idiot Pub on Facebook. And don't forget, they are a dog-friendly location, so bring your friends, family, and fur babies.
Haley is bored. Bored with life and endlessly looking for a purpose and her place in the universe. She knows there's more out there than working 9 to 5. She never imagined going on one job interview would change everything and open doors she never knew existed. Ancient family journals, 2 friends, and an irresistible bloodlust to deal with. Turns out being a vampire isn't as sexy as she thought it would be. Between the monster, late-night bloodbaths, and a vengeful ex-love of her man, it keeps her busy. But it doesn't have to be this way. Does it? Should she live free and forever without responsibilities? Or will she find the direction she's been looking for? One thing she does know is that she will fight for what she wants and create the perfect life without traditional vampire restrictions. And she won't let anyone or anything get in her way. Order your copy of the novel First Generation Book 1 by Zoe Emerson on Amazon. Available on paperback and Kindle. For more information, go to zoeemerson.com.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that little break.
Oh, yeah. We talked a lot of nerd talk during that break, Tach.
Oh, it got real sweaty.
Yeah.
Well, you don't understand.
You
So
got
what
very
were...
animated.
What?
Sorry.
Oh, no,
Jay does. When you start talking
Yeah,
comic
very
books and
animated.
Oh, yeah.
DC, Jay gets excited. That's his genre. That's his forte. Josh set off Mike. Marvel's better.
All right, so we're talking about the top 10 twisted Disney theme park deaths.
All right.
And number 10 was the Rock and Roller Coaster. Number 9 was Oh No, Pluto, where Pluto got hit by the...
Car.
Yeah.
Oh no, Pluto!
Indiana Jones Stunt Show. It's a Small World Tragedy.
It's a small world.
And Toontown.
Not again.
I'm going to make another tragedy with that.
So, which brings us to number 5.
Cinco.
Call this one the Thunder Rolls.
Garth Brooks?
I don't know.
Roll.
That's the one Garth Brooks. That's the one Garth Brooks song I know.
That's about all I know, too. All right, Marcelo Torres passed away due to an accident on the Big Thunder Railroad. The roller coaster is only available at some Disney parks and has had its share of problems. In 2003, one of the cars on the ride derailed because it hadn't been maintained properly. The car hit Torres and he died from internal bleeding and blunt force trauma. 10 other people were also injured during the incident. Disney took the blame for the horrific incident and settled with Torres' parents out of court. Marcelo's mother and father donated $500,000 of their settlement funds to Brooks College to help future animators. Marcelo Torres was a graphic artist.
Aww.
How many parks are there? Disney.
They have Tokyo,
4?
Euro, Disneyland, and Disney World. Yeah, so the 4.
That's the runaway
Was that
train,
4?
right?
That's another song.
the
Hang on
train.
now. What are you doing there?
Runaway train.
Sorry.
We're going to fit music into this somehow.
All right, number 4.
Cuatro. Wait, before we even get on that one, how big was that settlement if they donated $500,000? That's what they donated.
Disney's got the correct change. I don't know if you know that.
Jeez.
Yeah, wrongful death suit from Disney. Yeah.
When negligence is proven, obviously in a case
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
They got
admitted
lifetime passes
negligence.
to Disney.
Yeah, because that's where they want to go for the next family
Lifetime
trip. Yeah.
Thunder Road admittance.
They're going to push the other kid in front of the car just in case. Like, hey, rent stew, little buddy.
Wow. All right, number 4.
Cuatro.
I call this one Gatorade.
Gatorade. All right.
June
Water's
14th.
better.
On June 14th.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Waterboy.
On June 14th, 2016, in Orlando, Florida, we've all heard this story. 2-year-old Lane Graves was snatched by an
that's
alligator at the Seven Seas Lagoon off the shore of Disney's Grand Floridian Resort at Walt Disney World.
The water really does suck.
I still can't believe there's alligators in Florida.
His body was found on June 15th by the divers in murky water. Graves was on vacation with his family from Elkhorn, Nebraska. That's a tragic tale, but of course us Floridians are like, well, duh.
Yeah, to us it's commonplace. Of course, that was a nationwide story too, though. That got
It
picked
was a
up by a lot
nationwide
of.
story only because it happened at Disney. How many people are attacked by alligators every year
Well,
in
our
Florida?
kids
A little
in Florida know how to wrangle a gator by the time they're 2.
That's true. A kid getting attacked by a gator, though, is going to make pretty popular story, especially in the U.S. If it's an overseas story, that's different.
Any kid getting attacked by any animal.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a guy in Palm Bay that robbed a place and then got eaten by an alligator when he tried to run from the cops?
Yeah.
The story is great.
That's a great story.
That absolutely happened.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
see,
really?
you didn't hear about that one, did you? No, because it didn't happen
Oh,
at
yeah.
Disney.
Oh, his first name was Epcot. That's really weird.
And that happened in the county you live in, and you didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
But he also wasn't an innocent little child. That's the other part of that story
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
captivating.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He was an innocent drug
I think
dealer.
it's because it happened at. I think it's because it happened at
robber.
Disney. That's the only
Yeah.
reason anybody gave a crap. Is
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
true.
Disney.
That's true.
So if this guy had robbed Disney and ran out and got eaten by a Disney alligator,
Well, he would have heard the Disney alligator coming because it would have had Captain Hook's.
Tick, tick,
It would have
tock.
had, yeah, exactly.
I don't know where we were going with that.
All right. Dick's out
Look,
for Harambe.
it's-
all right.
Tell me that's number 3.
It is horrible that we
No.
find comedy and everything, but it's also important.
It's a tragic
kind of
tale.
how we
It's
are.
horrible. Yeah.
We'll find the comedy in
God
anything.
bless his sweet little heart and soul.
Yes, indeed.
People in Nebraska now know that Florida actually has alligators.
All right, number 3,
Tres.
Three.
Mission Space. Which, by the way, I love this fucking
Space
ride.
Mountain? Is that what
no,
that is?
Mission Space.
How could that be?
Is it
Oh, that's
Epcot.
Epcot. That's the Epcot ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not the Epcot
Do
ball.
anything.
No, it is an Epcot, though. It's
It's
is
an
an
Epcot.
Epcot.
Yeah. It's
But
Mission
you don't
Space.
do
How the heck do you-
anything. Yeah.
What do you mean you don't do anything? That ride's awesome.
But I mean, how do you die on it?
It's like, well,
let him
read
tell
my
You've never been on that ride?
Let him tell you.
Yeah.
Funny you
That
should
ride's
ask.
intense as hell. It's awesome. I love that ride.
We must be thinking two different rides.
I think you are. I think you're thinking of Mission what was that Spaceship Earth? I think that's the golf ball, Spaceship Earth.
that was a movie with Will Smith and his son that was horrible, wasn't it?
Oh, God, it was.
I don't know if that was the name
Or is
of
that
it,
Second Earth or
but I don't know. But you're thinking of Spaceship Earth, which is the golf ball at Epcot.
that's what I'm thinking.
This is
yeah.
Mission Space. This is where you simulate like you're going to Mars, like
And then
in a
someone's
spaceship
like-
going to Mars.
Someone's the main guy in the. in the
Everybody
ship
has a
and
little
role.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody has a role,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
basically like a centrifugal ride, but it's like very intense, and you're locked inside this really small capsule, and it's very intense, and you get a lot of G-forces and things like that. Anyway, on June 13, 2005, a 4-year-old boy died of a heart attack after riding Mission Space ride at Epcot. The 4-year-old also had an undiagnosed heart condition. Also, on April 3rd or April 11th, 2006, a 49-year-old woman became ill after riding Mission Space at Epcot. She was taken to a nearby hospital and died the next day. I don't know if you've ever been on this ride, but it's extremely intense. First time I went on it, there's so many warning signs. It's ridiculous.
Really?
It got to me a point where it's like, maybe you shouldn't go on this ride because there's so many things saying danger. And it wasn't there to be funny. They were like serious, like danger signs. Like if you have this or have that condition, like do not go on this ride. You know?
Like danger, like watch out for Martian rocks when you step out onto the Mars
They're
surface.
just like all these health reasons and shit like that, like to not get on this ride. And you can't miss them because they're like brightly lit with neon like everywhere. So it's a very intense ride. I love it.
Oh wow! So Josh pulled up the warning board
Mission
for us.
Space.
Good lord,
yeah.
that's giant.
What does it say?
Look at the kid. Well, I can't read them all from there, but look at the kid standing next to it.
Yeah, and they're all through the line too.
It's friggin' giant.
They're all through the line as well. And you're like, well, maybe we shouldn't go on this, but it's a really and very intense ride. It's awesome.
You know what's really important about this picture to note? The Fast Pass. Oh no, okay, that's not the wait times. I was looking for the wait time. Oh no, yeah. Orange wait time is 111 minutes. That's not too bad, actually. That's 2 hours. Yeah, but that's not bad for a Disney ride.
For a ride?
That's why I don't go to Disney.
If you go in the morning, you go pretty quick through lines. All right, number 2.
The
monorail.
The
You may-
monorail.
Also,
remember this
the
story.
fastest ride at Disney
Yeah. There's
is
no
the
way-
monorail.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Really?
More than a roller coaster.
I thought the roller
Nope.
coasters went like 70 miles an hour.
He's what?
Oh.
right.
Tax like, what?
All right.
Dumbass.
July 5th, 2009. You may remember this story from the news as well. A 21-year-old monorail driver, Austin Winnenberg, was killed when his train crashed into another monorail because of a track change malfunction. This was the first fatal accident involving a monorail in the resort's 38-year history. Nobody else was injured during the accident. If you guys remember that
Oh,
story?
yeah. It
Yeah, I
was
remember that.
crumpled like a damn accordion, the front of that thing.
Yeah, the front of it.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, those things travel at 60 miles an hour. Those
Really?
things rip. Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know they went that fast.
I didn't know it was that far away.
When I was a
In the
kid, my
parks.
parents got me a for the Christmas tree, the little train that goes around. You know, they got me the monorail that goes around. I loved it. It was great.
That's cool.
That's
Just don't put 2 of them on the
adorable.
track.
Yeah, not two opposing
Yeah.
directions.
Yeah. All right, number 1.
I also used to launch my GI Joes into space on bottle rockets, but you know,
Aww.
I used to freeze my Star Wars action figures in ice.
In carbonite.
Yeah, freeze them in ice water, and then I'd like take them out and they'd be all
there
frozen.
on ThinkGeek's website right now, there is an ice cube tray. You know how you can get ice cube trays that are like shaped like things?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
one's shaped, and it fits in a regular drinking glass. It's shaped like Han Solo's carbonite. So, and it's a whole
Nice.
chunk of ice. So you put an ice cube in your glass, and it looks like it.
That's
looks
awesome.
like Han Solo.
I want it.
Nerds.
Number 1,
Uno.
Number one.
Splash Mountain.
It's a great ride.
I just hate that drop at the end.
Actually, it's
You
not
mean the
right
whole
at the end.
the whole point
The
of the
whole
ride?
point of the-
Yeah.
It's not right at the end. It's like
Well, it's close to the
3/4
end.
the way through, maybe.
The 50-foot drop at the end of the water ride
No.
is a highlight for
Oh.
most Disney vacations.
It's that no one cares about anything after that.
Back in 2000, a 37-year-old man was trying to exit his log.
Oh, we laugh at
That
death.
sounds gross.
Oh boy.
As the ride was moving but was struck by another cart, he claimed he had been feeling sick during the ride, so he tried to exit out of one of the cast member exits. He eventually died from his injuries in a local hospital.
What other cart? It's one track. There's
I
not like
don't-
opposing carts going opposite directions.
I don't
It's more
know.
logs.
There's a log following.
The next
yeah.
log
Following
comes in.
So he like hopped out into the water or something?
Yeah,
I
and got hit
guess.
by the next
It's
one.
kind of his fault.
Because he's an
yeah.
idiot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to wrap it up,
Yeah, that's
That is, by the way, that is the best ride because it's, I mean, to me, it's a lot of fun. I love the drops on the roller coasters more than like the loopy-loops and shit. The
I
drops
love
are
all the
funnest.
racism that's like all mixed in with that
Brer
ride as
Rabbit.
well.
They don't do
Oh,
that.
the Brer
That's
Rabbit,
all
Brer-
gone. There is no more Brer Rabbit
Tar
in there.
Baby. and
Wait,
all
what?
that.
And
I
that
had one
whole
of
that
those.
whole story is ripped out of there. Now it's something else, isn't it?
Since when? It was
I am
last
fairly
time I went there.
confident.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
What
haven't
else
been
would
there
it
in about
be?
3 years, but
I don't. I mean,
Yeah,
it's Disney. They can
it's
make
the
up
Briar Patch. That's the
That's the whole
whole
point of this story.
point.
Isn't
Yeah.
that hang on.
I think I
Well,
was
while
just
you're looking
there
that
in
up-
the last 3 years too. It was still there.
While you're looking it up, I just wanted to say Disney is still the happiest place on earth. Please don't let this hinder from visiting the magical kingdom. I love Disney, and just be careful and use common sense and pay attention to warning signs. So,
Yeah, I
just
think
want to
you're-
make sure we put that out there.
I do have something
It
to
is.
say. Alyssa reads a book called The Kingdom Keepers, with kids who go there at night in their dreams, or whatever. So when those, what is it called? It's a Small World dolls come alive. All you have to do is smile at them, and they'll leave you alone.
Oh,
Just
good.
to let you know.
Good,
It's good to know.
Yeah.
It's hard to smile though when you're terrified.
when you
Huh?
say
I know, but
when you say they took all the racism, I think you mean
No.
the N-bomb out of all the Mark Twain books.
It is still Song of the South themed. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
They just took Tar Baby out, right? Because that was the.
I don't know.
It was really bad. I had that as a kid. I
Oh
had that
my
little
God.
record.
Yeah.
I could. This is an internet black hole. I could get lost on the Disney Wikipedia page.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Jesus, let me put that down.
All right, so that ends the top 10 twisted Disney theme park deaths.
Bare necessities.
There's actually a tons more.
Isn't that song from that?
Your worries in your stride.
Where's that from?
Jungle
No,
Book.
that's the
That's
God damn it! I was almost there. Look, that's the only one I knew.
So there actually is a lot more deaths in this, but this is just the 10 that I picked out. It was more than 10 because some of these had a few different deaths in them.
Huh?
But so yeah, any
Good.
comments?
That was a good list, Tack. That's
Yeah.
That's a crazy list.
Wasn't there a guy decapitated on Space Mountain one time? Or is that bullshit?
I think that I read. I think that was a myth or
It was
like
a myth.
like
Urban
an urban
There you
legend.
go.
But yeah, but there has been people that have been seriously injured on that ride though.
Yeah, I can't ride Space Mountain.
Why? Scared of the dark?
Too tall.
Really?
oh.
That's frightening.
Yeah.
So you start out too
You're
short
too
and you end
tall.
up too tall.
No, the last time I went on, I felt
Stupid.
the last time I went on it, I felt something whiz past my head, and when I reported it, they stopped it. And it was because it goes under the track, it goes under itself.
Yeah.
It was the track grazing the top
That's
of my head.
frightening.
Now we know what happened to Jay's hair. And now I'm gonna get punched.
Yeah, no, but
Wow.
yeah. So when I reported that, they were like, "Yeah, you shouldn't have been on this ride." I'm like, yeah, you should probably put that on the warnings.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
I had Space Mountain got ruined for me. I went on the People Mover, the slow moving track that goes around the outside and had all
Yeah.
the lights on. They were doing maintenance on Space Mountain. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw how condensed and tight the track is together.
I've seen it before
Never
too.
ridden it since.
Yeah, they
It's
shut it
much
down
fun.
one time because they were doing maintenance. And they clicked all the lights on, and you're like, "Holy shit! You can see everything in here."
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of kills the
High
magic.
fiving the guy in the cab that's passing you on the other side.
Well, I mean, it was stopped. I wasn't like in the ride. I wasn't in line, but I was inside the building. So
We were in Tampa a long time ago, and Tampa has one of the coolest rides. And I know this is a competitor of Disney, but Busch Gardens.
It's all right. But Walt Disney is not a sponsor of the Twisted 10.
Very
so
good, very good.
We can out their competition all we want.
What is the ride in Busch Gardens, Tampa, that hangs you vertically for a
The
few
Falcon's
seconds?
Fury.
No,
No, that's a straight up and down. This
That
one,
one's crazy.
this one, is it Shikra?
no,
yeah,
it's not.
the red one. No, it's a.
The 200-foot vertical drop.
Yeah, this is fucking crazy. So there's a really good restaurant at the bottom of that serves good briskets. I remember I like food. What can I say? And we had just done that ride and went right to that. That was my treat after that fucking roller coaster. Is we all went to go get some food, and we're sitting literally underneath like where the thing comes down with offset it by a few feet. And the fucking thing breaks down with people suspended, like where they drop. Like,
Oh, that
they
happens
suspend you.
all the fucking time.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's always when it breaks down. It's because it
Jesus.
stops you for a second, just to get that little bit of
Yep.
fear of God in you, and then it drops you. Only sometimes
It doesn't.
it
drop
doesn't
you.
drop you.
Yeah. Can you imagine getting hoisted? Because you have to get buckled with a hoist and then pulled out of it to get back to like where the stairwell or the stairway is on the side. Holy shit, that would be, you're literally dangling over 200 foot straight down.
After a little while, that's not even scary anymore. After a little while, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm desensitized to this.
Like, well, I don't mind this so much. Just give me some
Lord.
sunscreen because I'm going to
Yeah.
get burned up here.
yeah, that's bad.
Nobody died.
I have
though.
a fear of heights, so that's not good.
So who's next?
who is next?
I just did one. I just did the song one.
Did
Jay just did one. Tack. Oh, look who it
yeah.
is.
Joy.
I quit. I'm not doing it.
What do I bring Ginger back to the show?
Well, like every time you do it, you're always in cranky pants. So do you just want to not do it and move on to Jay?
Exactly.
Well, shit, that's not fair. You're telling me you don't want to do the Twisted 10 at the Village Idiot?
Oh, it'll be fun then.
Ooh.
More stress. At least I don't have to clean the house, though, right?
Yep.
There you go.
All right, deal.
There we go.
All right.
All right, very cool.
All right, so you can follow us on Twitter at the Twisted 10. You can also hit us up at thetwisted10@gmail.com and Facebook.
Facebook.com/thetwisted10.
And also, Andrea?
You can catch us Tuesdays.
Tuesdays?
Is
Let me try that again.
it Tuesdays or Wednesdays?
You can catch us Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on Podcast Radio Network.
And as a really cool little special thing that John Sweeney with Podcast Radio Network is doing for us, both this show, The Twisted 10, and our other show, Living Podcariously, has another night. So he's going to be re-airing our shows from those nights on Sundays at either 6:30 or 8. I don't know the dates yet, or the times yet, but it'll be that same week on a Sunday. So he's doubling up our lineup, which is really cool. Says a lot, because there's shows that are begging to get into the rounds on his show, or on his network. And he's given us 2 slots. That's cool.
And also, if you live in the Brevard area, you need to check out the Village Idiot. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, Village Idiot Pub in Cocoa Village, 4 Harrison Street. Shit, I don't have the address. What was the address
4
again?
Harrison Street, Suite 103. And you might be able to come see these guys out there, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
soon, so.
definitely.
Yeah, we'll be out there Sunday. We'll be out there
Thursday.
Monday. No, the show airs on Thursday.
But
we'll be
we'll be there
recording
on
it on Monday.
Thursday.
We will be there Thursday singing karaoke.
Are we
Yeah.
locking it in on Monday so we can say?
That's up to that's up to everybody here, really.
Monday,
It's up to
February.
you guys. I'm good. So
Monday, February 6th, I'm going to the Village Idiot.
All right, deal. That's where we're gonna be.
All right, that's where we'll be. All right, anything else, Jay? You got anything?
No, I'll be in the Houston area February 16th to 21st. If
Catch you
anybody
there.
wants to hang out, I don't know. Hit
You're
me up on
missing
Twitter.
my birthday?
Yeah, apparently.
Also, real quick, Jason, what was April 1st in Cocoa Village for Village Idiot Pub?
the Village Idiot Run,
Village Idiot Run.
5K.
Nice.
Awesome.
Beer Run. Hot Pink will be playing.
That's
Very cool.
those are our
Starts
boys.
at 7
Tech.
o'clock.
And that's open to the public to come and
So open to the
participate?
public, and look us up on Facebook, and then you have the information to go if you want to sign up for the run. We need volunteers, so if you want to volunteer, please come out and see us. It's really fun. You get your own shirt and get to drink beer for free and all kinds of stuff. So that's fun too.
Nice.
And it's for a good cause. It's for a Children's Hunger Project. So
And we
Awesome.
may have Josh Wilson with infinite points, spinning fire poi and fire staff and all that fun stuff. Maybe we'll see.
Maybe. Yeah, hope it works out. That'd be a lot of fun to get out there.
Hell yeah, that'd be really neat to see. All right, cool.
What time did you say it starts, Jason?
7 o'clock. So you'll be spinning probably about 6:45. So they start running at 7. So
You need to get out of the way when they start running.
Well, we may,
Just kidding.
we may have to talk about LEDs, though. It won't be dark yet. Fire will be lost.
You don't see it.
Well, we can do it after the race then.
Yeah.
Done.
You're spinning at some point in time to be flamed, to be fired.
I'm all for it. We'll work it out.
All right, cool. Well, that is it for all of us at the Twisted 10. I am Tach.
Adam
Andrea Joy.
I'm Jay Alvarez.
and our guest.
Oh, the idiot, Jason the idiot.
We got Jason Estes with us, guys.
All right, guys, have a great week. We'll see you next time.
See ya.